Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back to some more Europa Universalis 5. All right, let's get everything underway here. Hello, me. Let's get everything underway here. Hello, me. Hey, right back at you, buddy. Hey, Java, hello, hello. Yeah, can't even say first, the chatbot is on it. The Twitch chatbot was like they were waiting for me to click go live today. They were right on that. But they're gone. Hey, John, what's up? How are you? Good to see you, my friend. Why did you change from Congo to Tlemcen? Exactly as Mauricio says there. It's literally that Toy Story meme. I don't want to play with you anymore. Hey, I'm dropping Congo and leaving with Tlemcen. Yeah. Well, I was thinking... yeah, so we were supposed to do Congo, but during the week I was thinking about it, and I realized, you know, I've never done an Algeria stream yet. I've shied away from it in Victoria 3 because it's a little tricky in Victoria 3. It's a lot of RNG. You start off with France breathing down your neck. And so this one, I thought, hey, why not do it in EU5? And it has an interesting start. You can see we're going to start at war with Morocco. So I thought it'd be more interesting. And I personally, I wanted to play it more. Me after just watching a short St. Tlemcen is very difficult. Oh, this is gonna be good. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, I did a little bit of a test in it, but didn't get too far. So, yeah, so we're gonna do Tlemcen, aka Algeria. So let's start a new game. I'm gonna do our beloved Algeria. Alright. Apologies to anybody, the stream always kind of hiccups anytime I start a new game or load something. Hey, Cameron, hello, hello. Bro, try Granada. Oh, no. I can only imagine. I mean, what's funny is we literally just finished a new Granada run in Victoria 3 on Tuesday, so yeah, that's harder. I can imagine. Let's see, before we click on Tlemcen, ooh. Yeah, look at that. Or wait, oh no, Granada. Yeah, no, I'm looking at New Granada. Okay. Oh yeah, Granada. Oh yeah. Never mind. We didn't just finish a Granada run. Yeah. I mean, we might end up allying with them at the very beginning. We'll see. Yeah, not the New Granada, the old Granada. Let's see, can you form any nations with it? Not at the start, but I imagine eventually. So we're going to go into Iron Man mode here so we can get achievements, because that's what we like to do here. Hey, J-Makers, what's up, what's up? Probably want to focus on the army immediately. Yeah, we're going to have to. We start off at war with Morocco and Tunisia. So we're going to have some warring to do right at the get-go. Maghreb or Carthage. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we can do Maghreb. I prefer Maghreb as long-term goal because it's more immersive than literally bringing back Carthage. Yeah. Or you can try the Reconquista with Tlemcen. We very well might. The world is our oyster here. Alright. Let's do this. Call it the Tlemcen stream. All right, we are off. So the main cultural players in the region of Maghreb are the Amazigh and the Arabic, who have cohabitated and fought one another since the invasions of the 7th century. Dynasties originating in both sides, some of mixed heritage, have risen and fallen in this region of North Africa. Once again, division among the different nations have made them potentially vulnerable to strong powers. Will this land become united again? All right. Oh, hey, Apex. Hey, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome, welcome. How are you? Andalisa has to get to the new world. Yeah, hopefully. Or wait, Andalisa has pretty good advances. Set, as I recall. Okay, that's good. We try to get to the New World. Absolutely will. I would love to create Algerian United States. At work right now, but I'll put up with my crew for your next stream. Nice. Oh, add me on Discord. Okay. Well, you can join the Hamcord. Link is in the description. Join the Hamcord and get all your Hamcord needs. All right. So we're in the midst of war, so we got to focus on that. So let's take care of non-war stuff to get that out of the way. So we got our capital over here. We have very low development. So the first cabinet action we're going to do is I want to raise the development. Eventually, though, we would like to move the capital to Algiers over here because it is our market center. So it would be good just to have that over there, but we're not going to do that right now. But for now, we'll develop the province of Tlemcen. And then increase provincial control. And we're going to do that over here. Because, again, this is our market center, but we have very little control. So we need to develop that. Now, we need some advisors. So we are going to need to get some military generals as well. Have you remembered, yeah, that decentralization is actually meta now? Or am I behind the news? No, it does kind of seem that way, right? In fact, let's take a look at exactly what it is now, right? Because it's changed so much. So when decentralization is dominant, it scales up to plus 5% estate satisfaction equilibrium is pretty good. Estate satisfaction recovery. Loyalty of subjects, okay. But we get a hit to counter espionage. See, though, I still like centralization, even with the buffs they did here. We get plus 50% crown power, minus 10% proximity cost. Our subjects aren't as loyal, so I guess it depends on how many subjects we're going to end up having. And then a lot of counter espionage. So, they've definitely made decentralization a better option. But, I don't know, high crown power, lower proximity cost, as opposed to estate satisfaction, pretty much, and subject loyalty. I think if you have a lot of subjects, decentralization is definitely good and better. Plus 30 for loyalty of subjects. So I guess it depends on how many subjects we end up getting. Crown power enjoyers in shambles. Every just do whatever, just pay you damn taxes. Yeah, the gang rejoices. Exactly. Yeah, and look at us. We have 13% crown power, so we're going to need to work on that. Now, we want the administrative ability for both of these. I'm going to add the cabinet members after we add some generals and some admirals. So we'll come back to that. So let's take autocracy. It's always a good first one. Get that plus 10% crown power. Now we have a noble navy to start, which is good. So we're getting galley maintenance cost, higher mercenary. So we have feudal mercenaries. Primacy of nobility, so we get plus 5% discipline. Royal marriage rights, okay. And land rights, so plus 5% tax efficiency, that's good. There's nothing we really want to add. By the way, one change they've made, which I'm really loving, is now they put a larger number right here so that we can see what their current satisfaction is, instead of that, bar and the very small print number. Whoa, second Twitch bot. Twitch is botting up today. Goodbye, Twitch bot. I think decentralization is the way to widen your range now in the early game. Control is slow to expand early. I could see that, because if you can take subjects, then you're expanding your kind of influence. And then decentralization makes it easier to hold them. And honestly, too, having a plus 5% to satisfaction equilibrium for all of your estates is actually very, very nice. I shouldn't downplay that. That's actually very good. So, like, you can lower your estate satisfaction and you get a boost to the monthly change. Very, very good. But considering we start at now a 14% crown power, I guess we're going to try to lean towards centralization a little bit. But I guess we'll see. We'll see. I think I think now with how they've boosted decentralization. Before, when I was making decisions between events, and if it gave like a little bit towards centralization or it gave a little bit towards decentralization, that would be a major factor in my decision. I think now I want to go towards centralization, but it's not going to be a major factor in my decision making in events. If I go towards decentralization a little bit, I'll be fine with that. So for me, that's kind of been the main change. The noble levy size. This we absolutely need, because we're currently in war. You can kind of see it as a choice between federal, yeah, and central government long term too. Yeah, exactly. I think that's kind of what it's trying to mimic. Do you want like a larger centralized government or a larger localized government? Now, we do want to lean into the Almara here, because I want to catch up in tech. So we want to get our literacy high. Oh, negative 10% to tax efficiency, though. I do not like that. All right, possible clerics. Yeah, that's great. So max literacy for the clergy is good. Is there anything immediately we want? Yeah, plus 5% max literacy wouldn't be so bad. So freedom of interpretation. See, we got plenty of legitimacy to use on this stuff, so we'll use it. If you can, you should liberate Moroccan vassals, as well as Tinus, and liberate countries from them. Yeah, we'll see how much we can take from Morocco by the end of this war. Right now, I'll just go with don't take my land. Every single piece of land in the country does whatever the hell they want, but they still pay you some taxes and give lip service to being part of your realm, making your country look larger than it is. Yeah, exactly. Although if you have zero control, they're not paying any taxes. All right, so we start with market fairs. Nice. Allow trade, center sponsorship, market attraction. Good. Sponsor yes, maritime presence. This is one I really would have wanted to add. Production efficiency and building rights we start off with, which is excellent. We do want to give them the rights to build roads. Trade capacity would be a good one, but we might hold off. Yeah, because look, our nobility is down to 46% here. So a lot of that stuff is nice, but now the commoners... Yeah, I don't think there's anything else at the moment. Right now, anything that gives me levies would be fine, because we are in a war here. Only bad thing about playing small countries is harder to RP as an ultra-traditionalist country, since you heavily encourage to max literacy and don't rely on the nobles much. Yeah, the smaller you are, the more literacy you need to catch up in that tech. Here's an idea. Go military in each era, conquer the North African coastline, and start heading into the Levant and Arabian Peninsula. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea at all, actually. Let's see the Dhimmi here. Cultural capacity. So we're losing some noble estate satisfaction. We're losing some clergy estate satisfaction. We get some tolerance of foreign religions. And Dhimmi levy size. That's good. We do want to get to jurisprudence, actually. Let me double check here. Yeah, so mysticism, we get clergy, estate satisfaction, army morale, pop conversion. See, but here we still get clergy, estate satisfaction equilibrium, but monthly research progress goes up. So this is one we might come to at some point, but yeah, I don't want to make the nobility even more upset. So we'll hold off on this stuff. All right. Let's take a look at our budget. Huh. We have no minting going on. All right, we'll fix that. So we'll bring taxes up on them. I want to try to keep everybody around 50% satisfaction. So, though it looks like that's the most we're going to be able to do there. So we can lower diplomatic spending. We have all we really need right now. At least until the war is over. Cost of the court, we can lower for now. In fact, we have a lot of legitimacy. We can take a little bit of a negative. We'll do 0.1. And unfortunately, we're going to have to lower food a little bit here. So we'll get to +1 coin. And then... where is this one? Oh. I was thinking we might turn this off, but... it's giving +10% fort defense, and Tlemcen's gonna need that. But, okay, we're good for right now. Trading, we're gonna keep it... we're gonna do automation right now. I found that, as much as I'm an advocate for doing manual trading, it's hard to keep up with it while you're at war. So we'll leave it automated until this war is done. Maybe the Amazigh Empire. Yeah, that would be cool. That's not a bad idea either. We might do that. I prefer you, after uniting North Africa, to get some Americans colonies. Muslim America is quite an interesting alt history after all. But up to you, as always. You know I'm going to go for that. You know I absolutely want to create Algerian America. Absolutely. If there's any streamer who's going to create Algerian America, I would be shamed if it wasn't me. Let's see. Yeah, diplomacy. So let's get in good with Granada. We're going to want to... we're going to want to form a defensive league here. So once our diplomat gets there, we'll do that. For now, let's get in good with Castile. And that's all we'll do there for now. All right, let's do our research. Do your research. So I want to get to institution growth first, because we need to get on that. Then I want to get to construction speed. And then... let's see. Maximum RGO size. We'll add that in, because then we just need one more for that. We'll finish off this side. And I think that's good for now. And then we'll come back. Alright. Yeah, we'll get to that later. Oh, we can add another government reform. Sorry. We are going to add one of those. So food production... diplomatic representation... diplomatic reputation. Foreign buildings cost... feudal nobility... nothing's really jumping out at me here. Though diplomatic trade... foreign buildings cost... we might do that. We have time, though. We don't need to add it now. Sooner or later, you realize all Paradox games are map painters with a history-themed surface that gets increased complex over time, just to keep you away from conquering the world in a few clicks. Yeah, kinda well said there. Or not kinda, it's true. Is true. If you get their name after something else, it won't make much sense to call the continent America if somebody else gets there first. Yeah, we'll call it North Algeria and South Algeria. All right, let's combine the armies here, and then they're probably joining up with this army. Now we're going to need to be moving around the country quite a bit, so I'm actually not going to take siege ability. I want to take somebody with military ability and get army movement speed up. And lucky, it's a burger. It's a burger. Actually, this guy's an awesome general. What's this guy's name? Abdullah Ait Muhammad. You're our guy, Abdullah. So we'll wait for those guys to suit up. Then, yeah, I still want to get maritime presence here. Oh, although, hold on. These are all levies, right? Yeah, so this person isn't going to stay the admiral. So I think we will do military ability for this one, too. Any extra stuff? Navy movement speed? No, we'll take this guy. Safaris Ait Yaha. And we'll keep you right off the coast of Algiers here. You have a two-front war. You should have one army focus on Tunis and one on Morocco. Well, unfortunately, we don't have enough soldiers for that. See, Morocco... We are heavily outnumbered here. And so what we're going to do is we're actually going to hire some mercenaries here. But we are heavily outnumbered. If we split up into, like, what, 3.6 armies, both armies will just get picked off. So we need to keep them as strong as possible. What we're going to do is we're going to try to keep our locations free, and then we're going to attack Tunis, take some land, try to get them out of the war, and then focus our attention on Morocco. So that's the plan here. Is it a good plan? I don't know. But it is the plan. All right, let's take a look at mercenaries here. Now, we have some pretty good generals. So I don't really care about the leader, per se. I just want somebody who's going to give me... So we can do up to 14. Now, what's interesting is we have mainly cavalry, which is great because we can fill our flanks with these guys. They have 4 initiative, 4 combat power. Everybody else are pretty much cavalry. So what I'm hoping to do here is really just get footmen. Fill our centers with these mercenary footmen. And put all of our cavalry, or as much of our cavalry as we can, on the flanks. So we got 358, so this would only cost us 322. And we'll get 400 soldiers. Yeah, see, we can't afford that. Although if we're going to take 4... Yeah. See, I don't want to spend too much money on the commander. One of the things I've concluded is that lords and commoners are actually well paired for military estates. Really? Oh, interesting. Okay. Interesting. Why the commoners? The lords, I know, it makes them happy and everything. But interesting, the commoners, too. I mean, I like getting the levies from the commoners. That's for sure. How much do camp followers cost? Yeah, because we can't afford 5... Oh, we can. Yeah. Alright, so we're going to take the 5 footmen. So that gives us 500 soldiers right there. Throw these guys right in the center. It is going to give us quite a bit of a monthly cost. And I only want the contract to be for 12 months. And so, why don't you guys meet up in Algiers? Alright, I think we're ready to unpause here. Yeah, we'll do that later. Oh yeah, and then, so now we can add our cabinet members. So we need somebody with high... Yeah, here we go. This guy is good because his military ability sucks. Yeah, these two guys. We're going to save this guy to be a commander. Ahmed. And then we got you. Ooh, well, we can't even afford that. So we'll get you later. Away we go. There we go. So everybody load up. When our diplomat... So our diplomat's going to get there May 1st. Excellent. The commoners add soldiers in each village, and one of their privileges helps increase weapon sales. Oh, soldiers build castles, etc. Plus the rural nature of their interest keeps the army fed. Ah, excellent. All right. Excellent points there. I like it. I like it. So we're gonna take note of that. Hey, Schnee, hello. How are you, my friend? Good to see you. All right, you join up. And then we're going to specify the formation, and then we're going to go free some land over here. We might start going after Benicia. Ooh, yeah, see? Yeah, we're going to go after them. So now, I want all footmen in the center. Any other footmen? Alright, so now let's move some of these guys out wide. I don't mind... there being slightly less people in the center. Excellent. And see, it's mainly all even. So it's all 500 here. Yeah, why don't we just add that guy over there? There we go. Doing well as always. I've just been on a 40k binge. How are y'all? I'm doing good. Wait, what does that mean? A 40k binge? Like a 40k binge of what? Alright, so this army's good. We still got our great commander. Alright, so these guys are now gonna go engage these guys. We're heavily outnumbered, but I think we're stronger. Part of why oh, Warhammer 40. Oh, Warhammer. Ah, nice. Man, I gotta try that game out. It's such a big game. Everyone swears by it. I need to try it out. There's just so many games to play. Part of why the aristocracy endured so long is how feudalism is a lot more martially efficient than it's given credit for. Hard to kill off well-fed warriors. Interesting. That is a good point, actually. Makes sense. Then everybody had to go and create these professional armies. Alright, yes, look at these numbers. Alright. Ooh, a defensive planner, nice. Now you come down here, liberate that land. Okay, then we're gonna have to go after this Tunisian army. Yeah, too true. I know, right? So true. Like, there's quite a few... Like, I'd like to get back into playing more Manor Lords. Just who has the time? No Man's Sky? I haven't booted... I have No Man's Sky in VR for PlayStation, and I love it. Who has the time? Oh, woe is me. Oh, we're past May 1st. Alright, so let's get Granada in here. Let's form a defensive league. Now, I know this is a little dangerous, because Castile is going to come after them at some point. So, we very well might break this defensive league the moment it goes after Castile, but we definitely need it for right now. Okay. So July 14th, the diplomat will get there. Alright. So let's make sure everybody's still formed up. Numbers, okay. There we go. Keep the flanks. And you go after these guys. I don't want to... I would rather hold on to our market capital and everything over here, although this is our capital. If the feudal lord can't easily 1v1, you just feed enough to work peasants, then something is going wrong with feudalism. Yeah. Professional armies was just reinventing the Roman legions. Yeah, this is right. That's true, right? Like, it's an excellent point. The Roman legion. That makes me think of too. I really got to go try Imperator Rome someday. All right. Let's take a look at Granada. Yes, call into the first Moroccan semi-war. To arms, my friends. All right, we won. So we are dwindling down a little bit. So we'll liberate this city in a moment, but we do need to take out that army. Doesn't help when peasants rise up, even if they have bigger numbers. Yeah. The nobles have horses, armor, and better weapons, like how the peasant war in Germany went. Yeah. It's kind of like in the US, all these little militias around the country that are like, we're here in case the government gets too strong. It's like, my guys, you and your little guns are not going to do anything against the US military. Alright, so let's liberate our market capital first. That'll get the rest of the region. Gotta take care of these guys. Hey, Peter! Hello, hello! Got caught up in my own EU5 game and forgot you started. Oh, cool. No problems, no problems. Who are you playing with? Who do you have going? Oh, probably a good time to note a slight schedule change for next week. So next week, Victoria 3's DLC, Iberian Twilight, comes out on Thursday. So we're gonna switch, we're gonna swap the Victoria 3 EU5 days. So we'll be continuing this run with 2 EU5 sessions on Tuesday, and do Victoria 3 on Thursday next week, and just for next week. Then after next week, it'll go back to what it usually is. Let's take Cuckoo. Oh, Sweden, yeah, of course, of course. Oh, nice. One of the most fun countries to play in every Paradox game. Funny how that worked out. I don't blame them. Yeah, air power is the key. The malicious, yeah, will be a lot scarier if they have private air forces. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Especially like drones. Like the US military, you don't even need to put a soldier on the ground anymore. So you and your little weapons on the ground aren't going to mean much. Can we raise any more levies? Yeah, so let's raise them. Now, oh good, we're getting 7,000 soldiers from over there. Playing on ETA 1.0. Oh, I'm excited that so on the I should have started this in the 1.10 beta. So there's a thread on the bug forum for EU5 about the cloud save problem. And one of the devs responded that the cloud save problem is finally going to be fixed in 1.10. I'm pretty excited for that. It seems as if the commoners are moving out of the hinterlands of Miliana and aim to earn a living in Cersal. This is creating turmoil in the countryside of Miliana, but Cersal may benefit in the long run. So get some hit to pop satisfaction. So we change +5 towards centralization. That's not bad. So one is going to lose develop. So with this, one loses development, one gains it. With this one, the commoners lose satisfaction. Oh, we get our nobles happy again. Now I kind of like to get that swing towards centralization. We'll do that. I'm still a believer in centralization. Until we get a bunch of subjects. then I'll change. Now, we're still... So we got somebody up here. It's like whack-a-mole with this. So we're going to take these guys out, and then we'll take this city. Because this is like a hub for so many locations around here. Wow. We made quick work of that. Oh, no. I forgot these guys are over here. They're not going to get out of there, though. They're already locked in. Wipe them out. So much for those levies. Alright, see, look at that. We're going to get all this land back just from taking that one. Everything is still pretty balanced. So, you guys come up here. You stop here. Regain your morale. Oh, we got a scholar. Alright. So the Malika religious figure Bahir Hassan views our country as a possible place for them to share their knowledge. They can now be employed in our cabinet or invited to teach in our religious school. What's his admin ability? We can add the other cabinet member. Oh, though, what can we do with our budget here real quick? Yeah. Another thing about the militias, barely any of them own land or grow food. Yeah, grocery stores aren't really a reliable supply chain. That's actually an excellent point. I've never thought about that. Yeah. Yeah, what happens when the food supply is gone? Really feels this the peasant doing doomed rebellion against the nobility all over again. But at least they didn't add drones back then. Yeah, can you imagine? When aristocrats warned us of the secret societies that had supposedly infiltrated Tlemcen politics, we chose not to listen. They predicted that we might very well pay with our lives when this conspiracy turned against us. Nothing quite so dramatic has happened, but one of our close advisors, Abdul Fadil Ait Abu Bakr, has made some very dubious decisions lately and eventually admitted these were services to a secret society that he is indeed part of. Other politicians are up in arms about this, and there is no avoiding a scandal at this point. Ugh. So we'll lose 10 prestige. Oh, and this guy will oof. Oh no, look at this. We like this guy. Yeah, he's one of our cabinet members. Yeah, let's take the hit to stability. I'm going to leave it 11:45. Oh, okay. No worries. No worries. Always good to have you when we can, my friend. Fortunately, we're going to have to lower food supply, speaking of what we were just talking about. Sorry, local militias. I don't want to lower fort maintenance. Can't lower any of that stuff. Ah, yes. I forgot about... I'm so stupid sometimes. Resolution... Oh, Grenada proposed that Defensive League enact a policy for mutual defense. Yeah, so let's vote on this. So... I would like... members will join defensive wars if the following is fulfilled. Is a war with any non-member. I don't want automatic. Yeah, I would rather... I want it to be called in, because I would like to be able to refuse when Castile comes knocking on Granada's door. I know that might come to haunt us, but it is what it is. Alright. Yeah, you go there. Hey, LaPlace, hello, hello. Good evening, Santa Man from New York. Haha, yeah, yeah. It is Santa time in North Africa. How are you, my friend? Good to see you, as always. Alright. Good. We took that. So let's take that back. Someday Granada will get here. Yeah, if the peasants back then literally grew food for a living and still got wiped out, what about dorks without food and poor aim? Without food and poor aim. Ouch. Hilarious. Yeah, 5-star general, right? Yeah, very nice, very nice. Lucky us. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Santa, but is Algerian and gives you Paradox games as gifts. I would take that. I would love that. Paradox Santa. What would be the combination of that? Santa Docs? Call me Santa Docs Claus. As cities grow, the old amenities and walls that once supported them decay. In Cercel, this has over time led to change. Less clean workshops, such as those of tanners, have moved beyond the city walls and as have the ceremonies. Most visible, however, is the increasing number of poor in the streets. As existing charities have not been able to keep up with the rapid growth of the city, it has been suggested that we set aside more state property as WAF. Charitable donations for the upkeep and public soup kitchens and bathhouses. And yeah, we get some development. I guess we can afford 10.5 coins right now. North African URL. Yeah, I am Algerian. Hence why we're playing Tlemcen, or what am I saying? Tlemcen, aka Algeria, aka why I have my Algeria paraphernalia on here. Algerian American, as one would say. By the way, I found a thread that some America want Japan to ban Muslim. I dare Japan to that and not getting economic. I have to say, LaPlace, where do you get these these stories about Americans? That some Americans want Japan to ban Muslim? I've literally never heard that. I would double check my sources on some of the info you're getting on Americans. I mean, there's a lot of Islamophobia in America. Don't get me wrong, quite a lot of it. But I haven't heard anything about wanting anything from Japan in regards to Islam. Ham's thinking of that choice. I support the poor, but only if I can afford it. Yeah, right. I'm a very charitable guy if I got some extra coins on me. In good old Twitter, of course. Oh, yikes, that would do it. Yeah. Be careful of the Twitterverse. Twitter has become so awful. I'm not on it anymore. I left quite a while ago. I just find it to be awful. I hate it. I'm on Blue Sky now. Although, I guess the problem with Blue Sky is it's kind of dead. Well, I shouldn't say dead, but it's new. We go to speed 3. Yeah, we're gonna... I mean, we move around on speeds based on if we have to read something. Also, the game is set to, when a battle starts, it goes to speed 2. So I kind of bounce around from 1, 2, and 3. Don't you know, if I tell some story in the internet and I get enough, everybody has to believe me and never ask for source. That's how comment section works. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the X-verse. Yeah, the one example of that I love the most is the conspiracy theory that birds aren't real. I guess so. We'll move one of the guys over here. So there's the conspiracy theory that birds aren't real, and there's a good number of people now that believe it. And what's funny is the person who created the conspiracy theory, once they found out a bunch of people were believing in it, came and said, "Oh no, guys, this isn't real. This was a joke I created." And even though the person who created the conspiracy theory, who they quote as their source, after hearing that, were like, they got to him. And they still believe it. Oh. Okay, maybe I should have made the mercenary contract a little bit longer. Yikes. 'Tis not good. Not quite fond of that. Well, on Twitter for my defense, news for my military, but somehow those tweets spam my feed. Yeah, see, that's the problem, is that there'll be some legitimate stuff, and then they, like, mix in the fake stuff, and it's kind of like that 2 truths and a lie. Like, you can say 2 truths, and if you put a lie in there, people will believe all 3. That's kind of what I dislike about it. I gotta take back Loguat. This is where I was born. Yeah, there we go. You cannot take Loguat from me. Under no circumstance. Alright. We now have all our land. We now have Granada doing work over here. So we're gonna start taking land from Tunis. Hey, SPQ ran. Hello, SPQ ran. Hello. Everyone, how do y'all get more people to pick from his generals and cabinet members? I find that, you know, marrying your children off, especially your daughters, will bring in, like, if they're not rulers in another land, that'll bring people into your court, and then you can have another person to hire from. While the greed of Sultan Abu Tashfun Zionid has certainly hurt our nation's economy, His endless pursuit of quick money is not always fruitless. Sometimes the business ventures he invests in pay off, and today is such a day. Oh, we needed that. Alright, where are we going to go next? We're going to go over there. Because we'll get a bunch of land from that. So, yeah, that's one way to do it. There's people for everything. For good and bad, yeah, unfortunately. I play mostly on speed 3, and during wars often go to speed 2. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Same. Oh. Actually... let's make sure we fight these guys. If I have a nickel every time American believe conspiracy without checking, I have 2 nickels. Which isn't a lot, but weird happens twice. Yeah, conspiracy theories are abound in the United States. To the ridiculous and the outright awful. The people of Zaire dominate despair as their families and neighbors succumb to the relentless outbreak of influenza currently spreading throughout the area. Neighborhoods once bustling with activity now echo with worry and uncertainty. Unfortunately, there's little we can do to stop the spread of the disease into our territory. Yikes. Old and slow, and not good at spelling seems. Yeah, I feel you on that one. We're in the same boat, my friend. We're in welcome company. Old, slow, and can't spell. Nor can I pronounce things. if that is a theme on this channel, unfortunately. Not what I'm proud of. Post-truth society, yeah, experience. Reality can be whatever I want if I get enough likes. Exactly. And that's the problem. That's the world we are in. And AI is not helping it. Yeah, look at this. Go, Granada. Do your Granada things. Will you give Granada the piece of Morocco that's in Iberia? Yeah, I'd give him that. As long as I get to keep everything in North Africa. That's how I roll. You Sultan investing in ham coins and it paid off. Yeah. Yeah, right? I should create a cryptocurrency. Ham coins. God, I hate cryptocurrency. I would never. Never. Why search council when you can make them? Average CK3 player. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'll just have kids and train them. Yeah, I guess that's the other thing, too, for council members. Yeah, you can train them with your kids' education. Actually, now that we say that, I forgot. My guy here is not married. Let's marry somebody in Granada. Marianne Banu Nasser. We need to start getting some kids. Do we have any more levies to call? No. Now, what kind of sucks about having to start off at war like this is we haven't been able to really, like, develop our economy enough. Oh, whoops, what am I doing? Send the boats over here. Although these guys are probably going to come take them out, but whatever. You should change the occupation to Granada in the piece of Morocco that's in Iberia. Yeah. Yeah, well, if we can get to that. Well, the problem is, though, we need to go conquer that land, so we don't hold that land yet. Conflicts and protests with the commoners over taxes, landlord cruelty, expropriation serfdom, and customs policies have recently become even more frequent than usual. If we do not manage to solve the problem soon, the consequences for our nation's stability could be dire. So they're at 46% already. Oh, but This will be a lot of money lost. Oh man, we need to bring the commoner's satisfaction up. Well, we'll do that. Guad has fallen. Ugh. We'll get them in a moment. You, Sultan, is just so focused on this two-front war, he forgot about getting married, right? How could you forget about your lady at home? Oh, one of the hard achievements in EU4 was Reconquista as Granada conquers Iberia. Oh, interesting. Interesting they don't have that one. Well, I think there's a Spain DLC coming. So we'll probably get that when the Spain DLC comes. And we're going to be giving up a lot of land just to take this. I mean, in reality, royal family train their kids, yeah, to help them rule, but they don't account for ambition. Yeah, exactly. You got organized religion? Okay. See, we're pretty much going to be giving up all this land in order to take this. But it might be worth it, because we don't have ports in any of these places. So we can very quickly take everything back. Now we could... So, you know, the garrison here... 267. We could split somebody off. So let's keep... yeah, let's do that. And then we can actually set this person to be someone who has better siege ability. Yeah, this guy. And now you go lay down the hammer. I think Granada got stack wiped. No, they're down here doing their thing. Just taking over land. Ooh. Possible defense. Alright. So, you go take Tahert. Damn, PDX always slay with the music. Yeah, PDX composer when told to make relaxing song, what they make. Yeah. It's so true. It's like that one video going around where they talk about the theme song to the old 90s X-Men animated show. They're like, alright, we just need, you know, a nice little theme for a kid's animated show. Just something chill, you know, like, got it. Amazing. But yeah, the music in this is epic. And it's almost like they've kind of coded it to really kick in when you have something epic happening. Although not always, not always. Oh! Alright, we played right over the break. Okay, we're going to take a quick 90-second break so that people don't get an ad during gameplay here. So, 90 seconds, and we'll be right back. Plus, I need more coffee. All right, and we're back. And we're back. I sometimes listen to their music at work. Stellaris, OST, Vic 3, and EU5. Yeah, yeah, especially the main song in this game, man. That song just hits. It's so good. Sometimes my wife is walking by my office at my office here at home. She's like, "Oh, I thought you were watching a movie." I'm like, nah, it's just EU5. The only Paradox game that has actually mostly relaxing music is Victoria 3. Yeah, it's so true, right? Which is really funny when you're in an intense war and it's just giving you a little waltz. The music does slap in EU5, but it's only like 2 songs, right? It's true, yeah. I do love the Vicky 3 music. It's so good. You're right. Yeah, like in the end, there really is only like 2 songs. But man, they're 2 good songs. I hear you. I typically listen to a lot of the old Halo soundtracks. Halo was the best. Oh my god, when you would load up Halo and that music started playing, you were just like, oh, I'm about to play a movie. At least that's how I felt. Halo 2 back in the day. Oh. Halo 2 in college was it for me. The EU5 OC is 26 track. Oh my god, it is? I would not have guessed that. But sure. Yeah, I guess it's hard to tell because they let the music go out for quite a bit sometimes. Urkak, hello, hello. Yeah, but Paradox games could do well with some kind of layered sound / ambient texture soundtrack. After 4 dishes hours, it's just too much. Yeah. You know, it's funny, when I first started playing Victoria 3, I always turned the music off. It wasn't until I started streaming and I was like, I should have some sound in the background. I guess I'll keep the music on. That I started realizing, actually, this music is kind of cool. So I missed out on the music for a long time. Ooh, can I take these guys? I would rather not. I think we're going to take the Legawatt back. And then when we take this, we're going to join up the forces again and then go after these guys. Working in a pretty noisy workplace. Oh, yeah. So why not put World Conquest music on? Are they coming after us? They might be. I feel like PDX is just classical music company in disguise as grand strategy game platform company. Sometimes it is that. Yeah, they're coming after us. You guys, see, we can't lose. I am afraid that you guys go that way. Ooh, they might catch us though. Yeah, CK3 does have some good songs. What's funny is, oh, nice. Oh my god, our Navy won against them. Whoa. It was kind of funny, my wife is into this person on YouTube who, takes like popular pop songs and turns them into like music from the Middle Ages. And she's been listening to the person for a little bit. And then she sent me a video from her, and it turns out the person she listens to is the person who made the main song in Crusader Kings 3. Because she had a video that was like, oh, I'm so happy to team up with Paradox to make this song for this upcoming game, Crusader Kings 3. And of course, my wife has never played Crusader Kings 3, but she knows all about it because I talk about it so much. But it was really funny. All right, let's balance this out. Yeah, we're pretty good here like this. So now, let's hope for the best. Or actually, they're coming after us. What's the terrain in these places? Is there a terrain that'll give us a defensive boost? Yeah, attacker penalty. So I wonder... Yeah, you guys stay right here. There we go. So now we're the defender. Ah, we lost. First battle we lost. Oh, wait. No, that was something else. What was that? Ooh, yeah, we're losing this one. Alright, raise... Oh no, we can't raise any more levies. Alright. Well, actually, let's see if we can get Tunisia out. Whose army is this? Morocco, yeah. Let's get Tunisia out, because I'll take that land. Really? You guys aren't going to give up any land? Wait, why can't we do this? The peace cost... The current peace offer has a total peace cost of 13. What is the total peace cost we can do here? So I'm still trying to figure out the ins and outs of this. First got lost in Stellaris music is really nice. Yeah, Stellaris is kind of cool. I have a recommendation for your wife. She likes classical music. Oh, sure. She might know it. She's into it too. Dorian is really good because it takes the sadness of the minor scale and puts some brighter notes in it. Nice. She'll probably love Yuka Kitamura, the composer of Elden Ring. Oh, and Dark Soul. Oh, so she probably doesn't know that. I should direct her that way. Darn. Oh, hey, Wanamincer. Hello, hello. What am I waking up to? A campaign that will last one episode? No way, no way. We're in the lead of this war right now. We're doing okay. Have some faith. Alrighty, I shall pray for the divine lords of Marx, Lenin, and Ho Chi Minh for Mr. Hand's deliverance. I appreciate that. I always forget where you can see the cost of war that we can do. Because we can't even do one beyond 5 here. Where do I see our total... Yeah, because that's... So this is telling us what the total peace offer cost will be, but what is the maximum that we can do? Because they would accept this, we just don't have the total peace offer. See, I thought the peace cost had to be below your war score. But I guess I'm wrong about that. He's at war, he needs Saladin more. So true. Oh, I need more than 10 war score in order to take things? Well, our armies are getting pretty low here, so... Yeah, I can't add anything in. All right. Well, we're just going to get Tunisia out of this so we can stop focusing on them because we're kind of, our army is kind of dwindled now. Yeah, our total army can just be 1,400 here. So we're going to call it a day. So let's get Tunisia out. All right. Now, what about with Morocco? Yeah, so I needed 10 or more. Damn. Well, okay, so now I should be able to make demands. Although I'm not holding any land. I wonder if I could give this... I wonder if I can give this to Granada. Oh, interesting. I can take this without holding the land. So we could take this. You know, I was just really stupid. I should have just made a peace deal. Because I think if I made an overall peace deal, I would have been able to take this. I think I just did something very stupid. Now, how do I give land to Granada? Oh, yeah, that's right. No. It would be... These, yeah, it would be down here. I forgot. Oh, no. I think the cost for unoccupied land is more expensive. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. I was under the impression you couldn't take it at all. But I see. The cost is just more. Well, that makes sense. But how do I give land to Morocco? Did a Serbia run today. Intentionally let the Greeks revolt since it would drag the Byzantines in. Give me a better CB. Nice. Too bad I went for breakfast. And there was an update. Oh no. There was an update this morning that broke saves? Because considering we literally just started a save. Oh, although we should be okay then. But yeah. Oh man. You know, I don't know how to do it. I figure it would be in this list here. We are going to make sure they pay us tribute. Or war reps, I mean. As war leader, I think you maybe can switch who occupies a location or province. That's what I thought. Like, oops, what did I just take away? And not there. You can buy land through diplomacy. Okay. You know, we should... Yeah, these are only... We're not going to offer tribute. Yeah, not sure about peace deals. I also thought your... Oh, it took everything away. I also thought your ally will get upset if you give them nothing from the war. Is there switch occupation on the land themselves? That's what it was like. Oh. Switch occupation. Did breaking all the saves, or do you know? I'm sorry about that for you. No idea. My save just stops working at the next monthly tick. Damn, that sucks. Because I have a couple offline runs going. That kind of sucks with. I really don't want to mess up this peace treaty, though. Oh, yes. A bit hidden, though, but you can switch occupier. I forgot how I did it, but I know Quill did it on screen. Ah, okay. Okay, so we can do it. So... see, if we click on their flag, it's going to do that. I didn't see how to switch occupation last night playing, but I never played EU4. I'm only about 25 hours into this game. Yeah. Yeah, the game, I agree with you. The game is awesome, but the US is still a little bit rough. Uh... yeah, that didn't do it. And it's all location. Yeah, and expanding it here will cost 6.2. Man. This is the stuff streams are made of. Watching me try to find something in the UI. I don't think you do it on the P screen. Oh. But then where would we do it? I wonder if I could take the land and then just give it to them. So we're going to take those war reps. I feel like we should liberate someone to lower their... maybe liberate Sus. Oh, switch occupation before going to the peace treaty. Oh, that's right. I eat all the antagonism. You're right. Switch occupation before going into the peace treaty. Wait, do I need to... what happens if I get rid of all the articles? Yeah, no. Can you trade land with your ally relatively easily? And on Vicky, I feel like I never can transfer or buy or get land. I assume you can. I haven't done it yet in the game. But Wanamancer makes a good point. I'll get all the antagonism for that. Oh, get out of this. Click on the locations themselves. Oh, and they're holding it. If I right-click on it. Transfer occupation. on the picture. Oh, would I maybe transfer occupation to them? Because that was something. Oh, there's a but. Oh. Yeah, transfer occupation. Transfer occupation to Granada. Ah, look at that. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay. So now... There it is. Peter, for the win. You get the golf clap. 10 points to Peter. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. That was pissing me off. Okay. So we give that to Granada. We take our land. Look at that. We learn something new every day. Yes. Legend status today for Peter. Give us war reps. Ah, man, I totally should not have made a separate peace treaty with Tunis. That was so stupid. Why did I do that? Okay. Let's liberate... Thus. I think that's all we'll really be able to take. Actually, let's take a look at the RGOs. Is there something else I'm going to want to need? Ooh, look at that iron right there. Yeah, Olive's horse is iron. I might... Well, we have olives. But I'm definitely going to want to take that iron. Oh, we can't take that. Was there any negative hit for taking the occupation? Damn, I didn't look. We'll have to go to the VOD. Look at that. That was a good point, though. Oh, wait. So sorry, Wanamancer. You're right. Wanamancer 2. Thank you, thank you. You... Whoops. My bad. Wanamancer for the win as well. Yeah, negative hit to, like... We didn't get any negative hit to the war score or anything like that. Okay, so let's get this peace treaty underway. Although, why can't I see the... Oh, we are seeing it. There it is, right there. So I can't take the iron. Okay, I can't take the iron. We've only got 3 war score left. I don't think there's anything else we can really take in this deal. Oh, we can liberate those guys. I mean, we might as well, right? Why not? Oh, nope. Alright, I think this is good. Peace! Look at that. We survived it. Alright, let's lower the levies. Oh. Alright, well, let's lower the naval levies. My approach to the game is, first playthrough is just learning the game, have PDX fiddling out all the quirks and bugs. Yeah, next run, I'll be a bit more serious about the game. Yeah, it makes it difficult, though, to make some tutorials about the game when everything keeps changing. Yeah, what do they mean? Oh, I guess we gotta wait, for our army to get back. Alright, so let's fix... Alright, so these guys can be turned off for now. So that's going to be it right there. Your Legend 2, Wenko, yeah. And thanks for clarifying your name. I guess I mean, like, antagonism or anything. Or does your ally get upset or lower opinion? First of all, I like the short nickname, Wenko. I might go with that one. I like it. I think the one who gets the land gets the antagonism if it worked like EU4. Your allies would get upset if you take land they also wanted, which shouldn't be the case here, I think. Okay, interesting. Hey, Aussie Ninja, hello, hello, good morning. Hope you had a good American Thanksgiving. I did. It was very good, very restful. Thank you for saying so. How are you, my friend? Welcome in, welcome in. So let's lower fort maintenance a little bit. We can afford it now. Alright. Well, let's let the game tick through so we can see what our budget will look like. Good, good. A little sad I missed the Anno stream. Might have to go back and watch it. Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, take a look, because we're still continuing it. We're going to do that tomorrow. Continue the Anno run. So now we can focus on our country, but we have no money. So let's take a look at what we have going on here. Yeah, we want possible defense. There's some starvation happening here. That's not good. Is Anno good? How do you like it compared to EU5 and Vicky 3? Well, and in general, Anno 117 is really fun. It's a lot of fun, and it's just like it's typical Anno game with some cool new features added in. For me, comparing it to EU5 and Vicky 3 is tough because, I mean, in terms of a grand strategy game, Victoria 3 and Europa Universalis are just going to be miles ahead of an Anno game. But Anno is still a lot of fun. Finally, it's F harmonic minor. I can play that melody in the chord player. I used to nerd out on music. Oh, that's cool. Interesting. Oh, here we go. Okay, so let's lower these guys. Are these guys not levies? Why can we not lower them? Oh, yeah, we had to wait for them to finish moving. Forgot about that. Alright. So now, our market's doing well. We're making money. Our budget is doing a little bit better. Problem is, everybody's unhappy because we're taxing the hell out of them. Wonder, we might... Oh, we can't, oh. I know, because we don't have... Yeah, we're missing gold. We're missing silver. Alright, let's slow down for a moment. So we're going to take back some of our trade capacity. I want to take 2. Let's look for some gold. Why can we not... do this. There's no surplus of gold. Okay. What about silver? So we can do some of that. So we'll do that. Now the big question, Hamcuts, do you like EU5 or Vicky 3 more? I know it's early days on EU5, hard to compare really. Yeah, there's, I mean, EU5 is still working some things out, right? But honestly, for me, it's still Victoria 3. I love Victoria 3. So personally, it's my favorite, but I would say this is definitely like my second favorite right now. Oh, what am I doing? I'm trying to hit the WASD keys, forgetting I'm in a typing space here. Alright, so we don't have anything there. The game, chill, the music right now, yeah, boom! Yeah, I still enjoy Victoria 3 more, but, you know, like you said, it's still early days here, so... Alright, we have a positive budget, so we're going up. We're going up. Oh wait, I'm looking at the Tunis market. What am I doing? I'm with you. I like that it's a 100-year game of Victoria 3. Yeah, that's the thing. I still haven't done a full run in EU5 yet, because it's just like... It takes forever. The cloud save thing has been messing me up, but... Yeah, I'm realizing, for me, Victoria 3 has always been like, man, 100 years seems so short. I wish it was longer. I wish it was longer. Now that I have EU5 and you can go for 500 years, I'm realizing the 100-year time limit on Victoria 3 is actually a positive. It really makes everything have more weight and more urgency because you need to get things done. 100 years is not a long enough time. I think the economic buildup in Vicky 3 feels more impactful compared to EU5, but maybe I'm missing stuff. I agree. I like the aspects of Victoria 3 they've included here, but I still think the mechanics are a little better in Victoria 3. Though I like that they're different in EU5, because I don't want to just play another Vicky 3 version game. So they've taken like thematic elements from Victoria 3, but made it their own. So it's its own unique game. So I like that. But that being said, I still like the mechanics in Victoria 3 better. But in the end, I'm playing both games, which I think says a lot. You know, you don't play a game that you're not enjoying. Let's get... Oh no, that's already a trade that's been profitable. Let's take a look at what else we can do. Because we need us some money. And we really need to fix the crown power, because that would... really up the ante here. We need some sturdy grains. We need people to be a little bit happier here. Yeah, I agree. As a cleaner UI, the UI in Vicky 3 is just superb. And it probably doesn't hurt. I was an econ major many years ago, but both games are so fun to me. Oh, that's cool to know. So, you know, I'm wondering, as somebody who majored in economics, how does, like, the mechanics of Victoria 3 compare to, like, a real world... How much of an accurate real world simulation of the economics is it? I mean, obviously the real world is never going to be fully simulated, but is it like would an economics professor be like, oh, this is legit? I like the epic history of EU. The game really changes through the ages and kicks you around. See, that is cool. Victoria 3 is like one era, right? Whereas this one, it's interesting to see the progression. Like, I can really see at game's start how we really are in a kind of Crusader Kings 3 type of thing. And I want to really play that progression into a Victoria, like, play that progression toward our Victoria 3 starting positions. And we have a baby! A daughter. There we go. Okay, sounds good. We finally have someone. It's close to macroeconomics principles, but in detail, no. Oh, another bot. Where? Let me take a look. Let me take a look. It didn't pop up on mine. Oh, wait. Do you mean the, my bot? I have my bot going. Biggie Theory still's a long way from being realistic. There's no inflation. That's true. Yeah, there's no inflation. Usually no Great Depression like market crashes, and every pop is a perfect worker that always looks for their best interest. Heal-making. Oh, man. Yeah, that one was from like an hour ago. I missed that one. Good spot, my friend. Good spot. Goodbye, sneaky bot. Yeah, no, I mean more like the economic theory. Like, are there actual economic theories that you could be like, oh, the game kind of simulates that theory kind of well? It's true, like, there's no market crashes or inflation or anything like that, but, like... I mean, I guess I don't know enough about economics to really formulate this question well. So I guess, in the end, I don't really know what I'm asking. Oh, now we can kind of afford to get another cabinet member. This guy's such a good general, though. But we're not going to be able to build any standing army for some time. So, yeah, we'll put you in the cabinet. We can now do our parliament. Yeah, support the state. We need this. Although, what will this give us? Ooh, burger estate satisfaction equilibrium plus 20. It's not bad. Expand the gravel road network, but we don't have money for it. No, if we can increase our crown authority, we'll get more money off of trade here and just generally everything else. We're starting at 0, but we can make it work. Alright, we gain 2 antagonism toward us centered on Tlemcen. We change societal values plus 5. Yeah, so we'll do this. We enact closed borders. I don't really want to do that. We can lose 5 legitimacy. I suppose we'll have to. In border controls, let's take a look at that. I always forget what tab everything is in. So we're on open borders right now. So we'll disallow foreign migration. Really don't want to enact that. We'll see if we get something else pop up. We probably won't, but... Oh yeah, another thing they don't simulate, corruption and fraud. I guess we do have tax waste. I think tax waste is supposed to be fraud, right? I mean, the law system is a nuance in Victoria 3. It's very simplified, like, yeah, how you can't pass a law as authoritarian. Yeah. I think the new thing that's coming out next week with law amendments might be a step towards that. Disaster also not accounting for growth and plague don't have any impact on Victoria 3. Spanish flu, more like Spanish Spanish flu. Well played, friend. Well played. By assisting our Umara in confining the serfs to their lands, we have greatly enriched the landed aristocracy. A wealthy Umara is one that can devote time to life's higher pursuits, and the lesser sons of any house of respect will count a great number of loyal and able artists, administrators, and other men of quality among their scions. Some are quite eager to pay the state back for the service it has done to their families. One of these, Abu Tashufun Mazuna, has recently arrived at court to offer his services to the Sultanate. Oh, okay. I'll take that. We really do need this to pass, though. This will put us at 41%. A minor scandal has occurred in Tlemcen during the current debate. It seems that rather than attending the sessions personally, some members of the Majlis are Majlis. The Majlis. God, the text is so small, or I'm just old. Were out disturbing the peace and harassing their fellow countrymen. The outrage is great, both among their peers and in the streets. And this incident is likely to haunt future parliaments for years. We don't want to lose 5% support for the parliament. So 2 legitimacy, or 2.5 legitimacy, 5 prestige. Yeah, we'll take that. Although this is going down now. And money that becomes tax waste that you would think would simulate corruption disappears into the air. Yeah, instead of going to people's corrupt pockets. That would be a good addition. Yeah, the tax waste goes into somebody's pocket. I was about to put in my ears and lurk from work, but my manager comes in. Oh, boo that manager. Boo. Oh, unless he can hear this right now. Yay, that manager. Yay. And infrastructure, there's no direct simulation to building a road or highway. Yeah, there's no roads or highways. I mean, you do have ports and railways. But I guess that's true, right? No. It's interesting they don't have roads included. Still being able to only pass one law at a time, yeah, with no constitutions, or similar to enact multiple at once, like after a revolution or coup. It's so silly from Vicky 3 too. Yeah. I think though in the new system you're going to be able to promise to enact a law in order to get support for the current law passing. Oh hey, Maximilian, hello, hello. I thought you were playing Algeria in Vicky 3, now EU5. Yeah. I am going to do an Algeria Victoria 3 run at some point. But that takes a lot of preparation because there's a lot of RNG with that because of a certain country that's breathing down your neck in that one. But here, all we had was Morocco breathing down our neck, and we took good care of that. You're right about the authoritarian not just passing any law you want, but that would break the game, right? Just become authoritarian, change all the laws, yeah, then switch back a few years. That's a good point. Maybe organized crime would be a DLC for Vicky 3. Kind of like an IG that simulates narco states mafia. Yeah, that's true. That would be a good one. You do have the event of organized crime that comes up, and it's always at the worst possible time and eats a bunch of your income. But yeah, an interest group that could become powerful. That would be interesting. Yeah, defeating the authoritarian in the first place. Just checked your announcement again. You were indeed talking about EU5, but somehow I didn't register that. Maybe because you said Congo, and I've connected that with Vicky 3. Yeah, I know, right? I left you a bunch of emojis, which make no sense now. That's awesome. I can't wait to go look now. It's going to be amazing. Man. Okay. The city of Iran has grown rich and prosperous, and the people there are disappointed that they have not been chosen as the seat of the current Majlis. The representatives of Iran demand compensation and a guarantee from us, securing their interests for the future. They are threatening to leave if their demands are not guaranteed. So give them one urban parliament seat. Well, the burghers will get plus 10% satisfaction. Oh, we gain 25% support. Yeah, we need that. We really need that. All right. So now we don't... Yeah, if we did have that, though. Oh, man, my coffee is all cold. And I just spilled it on this white jersey. Oh, man. Well, you're going to see that coffee stain tonight. Yeah, and you can use that in power blocks. They'd have laws that deregulate, kind of like industrialists, but with unique laws that benefit them. This sounds like an awesome mod that we're starting to create here. That's what this sounds like. Also, AI building 100 ports. One of my useless profits. It just doesn't make sense. Yeah, I think at that point, you just have to monopolize the ports under the government. Alcuts is not having a good day. It's so true. It's so true. Oh. I thought this when I bought this jersey. I don't know why I didn't just buy the green one. I cannot have a white shirt. I just cannot. Not just this, every white shirt I have, I immediately spill things on it. I don't know what I was thinking when I bought this white shirt, because I thought it looked cool. But I absolutely should have gotten the green one. I mean, I'm going to get a green one when the next World Cup starts, because we made it. Alright. How much is it going to cost us? I don't want to spend money on this yet. Although Cuts is probably the Irish part, because it makes no sense in Arabic. No, I'm not Irish at all, actually. My mom's side is German and Polish. So yeah, it's the German side. Yeah, the ham represents the Arabic side, oddly enough. Another way to shut down the port spam is subventing imports of merchant marines. Oh yeah, that is another good strategy, actually. Excellent point. It should be Al Ham and Matt Cutts, or whatever the Irish use. Your wife is Irish. You know what? I'm confused with all these ethnicities. It's true, right? I have so many ethnicities flying around, and my poor kids have inherited all of it. my kids could be Al Ham and Matt Cutts. Having an authoritarian government doesn't mean you can quickly actually do anything you want in practice. Nobody rules alone, after all. Yeah, if the Tsar wanted free speech, he would get deposed fast. Yeah, that's true, right? Like, you would have probably, like... You could do anything quickly that the landowners wanted, or something like that. Alright, how much development are we up to now? Yeah, still not much. And it'd be nice if we had a boat to increase control here. Though, we're already up a little bit here. Although monthly change is going down now. How much more time do we have in this? Oh, good. So let's take note. We're at 22% crown power. Yes, we got it. All right. So we'll wait to see what happens with that. Yeah, locations depopulating. Oh, we need to integrate some states. Yeah, we have unhappy estates. The Dhimmi are not very happy. And the tribes aren't very happy. Yeah, and we have inefficient minting. So we need to get some more gold and silver. How is our... Good. Possible defense. So we're getting a little bit there. Gold we're still bad on. Okay, silver we're kind of okay. A scholar has arrived. Alright, at least we can get up to 2. We have a little bit of inflation going, but we're going to need to ride this out for a little bit, get some more money. You put in for any World Cup tickets? I've been playing the lottery and no luck so far. Was hoping to go to a game here in Philly. Yeah, I haven't put in because I don't have the money for it. The ticket prices are outrageous. I say that, but there's absolutely no possible way that the World Cup final is going to be right outside my city and I'm not going to go. I'm going to find a way to do it. But I think I'm just going to have to go with scalped tickets, which is going to be even worse. I do need to start getting into the lottery, though. I'm so bummed if I can't go. Port spam has political utility. Lots of bureaucrats makes intelligentsia stronger. Ah, you also make a good point with that. You know, something that I think I kind of forget sometimes as well. The people of Zaire Tamane despair as their families and neighbors succumb to the relentless outbreak of the measles currently spreading throughout the area. Neighborhoods once bustling with activity now echo with worry and uncertainty. Unfortunately, there's little we can do to stop the spread of the disease into our territory. Wonk, wonk, wonk. I'm Greek. My parents are Greek. My grandparents are Greek. My great-grandparents are Greek. Before that, I don't care. Yeah. You can probably go all the way back to the beginning of civilization there. Hey, Zip Zoom. Hello, hello. Absolutely love the Vicky 3 guides you have. Cool to catch you live. Oh, awesome. Good to have you. Thanks for joining. And I highly appreciate you coming in to say that. Very cool of you. Well, welcome into the live stream, my friend. What are the prices? I mean, I've heard like $5 grand a ticket, which is nuts. Like it can get up to that. All right, we got the institution growth now. It said we have a one of our trades has run out of supply. Which one is it? Oh. Yeah, we need to get higher trade advantage. So let's get rid of that. All right. Well, we'll just give that trade capacity back to the auto market. That kind of messed us up for a second there. Whoops. Dhimmi stands for non-believer of Islam. Yeah, they are people who pay jizya, a tax for non-believers, where their wealth honor guarded by the state, and they also exempt from conscription. Yeah. Although I believe there was a reform we can pass where we can also conscript them. I think I might have passed it actually. Yeah, the secondhand tickets will be so expensive. I went to the USA versus Germany game in Brazil in 2014. Wow. So much fun down in Brazil for the World Cup. I'm hyped, though, because my house is a quarter mile, yeah, from where the FIFA Fan Fest will be. Oh, nice. So worst case, I'll just hit that up a bunch. Oh, that is so cool. Yeah, you know, I haven't looked up yet where a Fan Fest will be in New York. I gotta look that up. You know, Granada really wants to get this thing where they're going to automatically get me in to a war. And we're going to stay... I'm going to keep voting for possible defense. Alright, we're at the 2-hour mark, so we're going to take a quick 90-second break so that you don't have to watch ads while we play. So, We'll take a quick 90-second break, pay homage to the gods of ads, and we'll be right back. All right. Apologies for the extended break there. It's freezing in this room that I'm in, so I needed to get some socks. Feet are freezing. All right. What did I miss? What did I miss? All right, I figured out how to guarantee a communist regime in Victoria 3. Free trade, laissez-faire, bunch of universities in a country with a ton of peasants, pretty much guaranteed after socialism. Oh, that sounds like it would. Why, peasants, political movement attracts people with low standard of living. Oh. Laborers, machinists are trade union guaranteed now. Oh, hey, Jack. Hello, hello. How are you, my friend? Sorry, I'm late. Was watching the Total War 25-year anniversary stream. Total War Medieval 3 announced. Oh, cool. Maybe I'll finally play a Total War game with a new one coming out. I'll give it a try. I still haven't ever played one. Having a strong urban center helps too, but it's stronger to completely antagonize their platform to get them riled up more than trying to give them what they want. That leads more to petite bourgeoisie and industrialists. Hey, Emperor Renard, hello. How are you? Yeah, 4 days until... I know what you're talking about. Frostpunk 2 DLC. Oh yeah, I know you're pumped about it. So am I. I think after we go through a run of Anno 117, on Fridays we might go back to some Friday Night Frostpunk and Frostpunk 2 for a little bit. I asked about World Cup ticket prices. Yeah, I said it was like $5,000 is one of the listings I had seen. I don't know what the cheapest is, but that's what I had seen. Hold on. All right. Foreign merchants are increasingly outcompeting our own in our sultanate's ports, flooding our markets with cheap goods produced elsewhere. This is making it difficult for our merchants to make a living. They have come before Sultan Abu Tashfin Zayed to propose a new tariff on foreign goods, which would help protect them from competition from abroad. Ah, I don't want to go towards a traditional economy. I don't want to do that. Yeah, I want to get to a capital economy. Lowered building costs. We lower food production, but better interest rate, better production efficiency, as opposed to higher building costs. You get more RGOs and that stuff, but I'd much rather have the capital economy, so we'll do that. Okay. So let's start. Let's take a look at our RGOs here. Oh, we have iron there. Did we? No. We didn't get any of the iron. I made such a mistake with that Tunis treaty. It's okay. We'll get it eventually. Honestly, something I really would like to have here is a sergeantry. So we need more lumber, more weaponry. So lumber is just generally something we should fix. So yeah, so do we have any lumber RGOs? Any at all? Any at all? Yeah, nothing. All right. So can we do a lumber mill? So we do one here. Why does it say one over here, though? Yeah, we can't build any. I mean, there's vegetation on the coast. Oh, here we go. Okay, yeah. So over here we can do though. We just don't have the money. So we need about 47. Yeah, see, these base costs would be 6% cheaper, 6.5% cheaper if we weren't so far into traditional economy. But we'll try to get to 45, or 47, I think it was. Who can we tax more? The burgers. Can we turn some stuff off? I have 7 marketplaces. Do we really need all 7? Turn that one off. Turn those 2 off, just for now. So we can get more money coming in. Alright, let me catch up in chat here. Total War games are very good, but they haven't had a recent one, yeah. Total War Warhammer 3 is a good fantasy one, but not historical. Yeah. I was busy watching the Total War announcement, too. Didn't know if you wanted me to spoil Medieval 3, so I held back. Oh. 5K for one game or the final? I think what I saw was the final. I'm trying to get tickets to the final. I've seen the achievements for this DLC, and the infos they're telling me about each faction's utopia is quite juicy. Ooh, nice. I gotta look it up. I'm really pumped for that one. Just glanced at the cheapest tickets for the World Cup in Philly right now are going for $315, fees included. Ah, I might have to do that then, maybe go to Philly. It's just a group stage game, though. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind going to a group stage game. I want the final, though. I want to go to the final so bad. I think if you win or won the lotteries, it's $60 here for the cheapest. Yeah. I still haven't gone to an Eagles game here because they typically go for like $300, so it's bad, all things considered. That's what the New York Giants are, too. The Jets are affordable, but you have to go watch the Jets then. But the Giants, for as bad as they are, also, like, the cheapest ticket is same. It's like $300. It's nuts. It's like 8% the average monthly salary. It's not that bad. Still a little too high for me. Is the same price for Flyers game. The Flyers are hockey. Hey, Adti, hello. Yeah, that's right. Doing some Tlemcen, that's right. Welcome in, my friend. 5K is insane, but it's the World Cup final and the spots are finite. Yeah, I know. Although Mayor-elect Mamdani says he's going to try to tackle the ticket prices of the World Cup. I do enjoy that. All right, one more month tick and we can get some lumber going. Ah, crown power, man. Yeah, our debt. Traditional distribution. We got to get rid of that. All right, so let's get a lumber mill going. We'll build it here. Oh, we got a son. Abu Hamu. Okay. Now we'll call this guy Hamcuts. The heir to Tlemcen. It'll be the one non-historical thing we go with. Well, actually, what am I talking about? Not the one. Alright, so let's get that lumber thing going. I would tell you to go for it if you made at least 4 to 5K a month, since it will be an unforgettable experience. If you make less, I don't do that unless you're crazy for the sport. I might. I very well might. I very well might just do it. Just put it on the credit card and hope for the best. Mom Donnie is not going to tackle anything. This is FIFA we're talking about. Yeah, and the final itself is actually in New Jersey. So, I don't know what he possibly would be able to do. Alright, so we'll get this in 218 days. Nah, flyers are relatively cheap. We saw them last year in Halloween for like 10 rows back for $45 all included. Yeah, generally, you know, if you look at the price of sports, it's heavily tied to the amount of home games you have. So like basketball, hockey, and especially baseball, you have a ton of home games, so the tickets generally can be cheaper. When you look at football, you only have 8 home games in a season, which is why I think tickets are generally more expensive. And also why football stadiums, I think, generally are just bigger, and, you know, baseball, basketball, and hockey stadiums and arenas are generally smaller because you have a lot more tickets to sell. Several new forms of Muslim mysticism are emerging. One of the most controversial being a brand of Sufi dervishes known as the renunciationists. These men seek to separate themselves entirely from normal society, shaving all body hair down to their eyebrows and publicly breaking the rules of the Sharia in order to demonstrate their unique relationship with Allah, all while wandering from town to town begging for alms. Our religious scholars are calling for their persecution, arguing that the uneducated populace's tendency to view them with awe will lead the people away from the true faith. Ah, towards jurisprudence. I like that. Yeah, no, we'll take this one. It's even outside city's jurisdiction. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why when he said he was going to tackle it, I was like, I wonder what your plan for that is going to be, quite honestly. 41 home games compared to 8. I would think hockey wasn't as expensive as American foosball. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, for sure. Phillies stay pretty high for how many games they play. Yeah, but they are good, minus in October. Oh, wonk, wonk, wonk. And it is nice being outside on a summer night watching. The Union are cheap, yeah, and fun. They are so far away from the city without good transit. I've always wondered about that, what the transit is like. I know they aren't in the city or near it. But yeah, that's kind of what's nice about MLS games. Generally, across the board, they're all fairly affordable. Like when I go to Red Bulls games, it's a very affordable experience. Alright, so who can we invite here? Ooh, 5% monthly research progress. We'll lose 10% efficiency to our cabinet, and plus 3% cost to court. I don't know if that's worth it for the research progress. Ah, the Age of Renaissance. I kind of think we take the administrative focus. Yeah, max literacy, legislative. Yeah. I think we do this as opposed to the diplomatic focus. Alright, let's take a look at what we're researching here. So right now we're doing peasant connections, the cost of purchasing food, okay. And then we're going to go to construction speed, that's good. Could we finish all that out or get started here? Revoke privilege cost goes down. We do need to revoke a privilege or two. And then we'll just finish out that, and then we'll start here. Let's see, where are we? There's a regional rail, but it stops running on the way back for later games. Oh, that sucks. And it's like a mile from the stadium. Ugh. For us, it's a bus to regional rail to bus to stadium. Oh my god. This is what we did last time. We paid $40 for an Uber. There you go. That's much better. Public transport in the USA. Yep, basically. Selecting anti-piracy policies as the Maghreb countries, like you did, is like doing land focus as England. That's some alt story. um, but, what did we do? I think we're just researching, right? God, these guys. Possible defense. They really want to force us to get involved. And I know Castile is coming for you guys. Yeah, Philly is on the better side of cities. Yeah, probably top 6 or 7. Yeah, absolutely. Half our state wants to cut it more. Berber Coast was the Pirate Coast. Yeah. Yeah, wait. Well, so we're just researching something like that, right? I didn't enact anything, I don't believe. The people of Zaire Tamanat despair as their families and neighbors succumb to the relentless outbreak of smallpox currently spreading throughout the area. Neighborhoods once bustling with activity now echo with worry and uncertainty. Unfortunately, there is little we can do to stop the spread of the disease into our territory. Ah, God. I know East Coast cities are the better ones. It's going to be like that every 5 years. Yeah. Yeah. East Coast cities are generally better with transportation. Although I've heard California generally has a good rail system for the state, if you want to get up and down the state. But for cities, not so much. All right. Let's get Renaissance. We haven't gotten... I haven't seen... where is it? Yeah. Yeah, Professional Armies hasn't popped up yet. Geneva. I said this before here, but the first abroad engagement of the U.S. was the Marines in Tripoli. But those who fought were mainly Greek and some Arab mercenaries. Only 8 U.S. Marines participated. This pretty much ended their piracy. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think the U.S. had much interest in it. Oh, we're about to finish the lumber mill. So now we're just going to need to wait. Is it hired? Oh, it's already hired. So we're getting 0.1. So what did that do for lumber for us? Still pretty expensive. But I would like to build a sergeantry. Although at this point... Oh, banking is spreading. Yeah, so now we just need 43. I would like to have some type of standing army. Hey, Outer Signal! Hello, hello! Welcome back, my friend. How are you? Hi, Lord Ham, betrayer of the proletariat. I'm back. Yep. Still doing it. Still at it. How are you? By the way, the California High-Speed Railway costs 3 times to Indonesia High-Speed Railway and still not finished to this day. Yeah. Railway travel, as funny as it is to say about the United States, is not a priority in the United States at the moment. There was a time period when it was, but not so much now. Hollywood filmed this with 0 Arabs in the film and 1 Greek. People today complain about woke Hollywood overrepresenting minorities. In the past, they underrepresented them. Oh yeah, heavily. Do you know there's only 1 Arab actor who Arab voice in the original Aladdin movie, and it's just a one throwaway line in one of the early songs. Not a single Arab in that entire movie, in the main cast. Oh yeah, that's right. So we can add one more government reform. I was holding off on it. Maybe some trade range might help. Peasant levy size, obviously, wouldn't be so bad. The noble estate satisfaction also wouldn't be so bad. Ah, alright, Constantinople has professional armies. We gotta start trading with them. Max literacy for the nobles, maybe. Oh, royal decree. Here we go. Plus 10% crown power. What are we at now? Yeah. Alright, so we'll let that build up. Yeah, this country is pretty backwards. It seems we vote against our own interests a lot. Yeah, we heavily do. We heavily vote against our own self-interest way too much. If I wanted to move the capital here, oof, it would cost 130 coins. 130 ducats. Yeah, no. So we got ambitious, that's good. 90s diversity was often well-meaning, but hilariously badly executed. Yeah, this is so true. Yeah, they meant well. They're like, hey, we're doing Aladdin. We're gonna, you know, show an Arab story. We won't hire any Arabs, but we'll show the story. The burghers have grown increasingly resentful of the power the Umara have. Let's take that again. The burghers have grown increasingly resentful of the power of the Umara, and particularly their lack of opportunities in the higher ranks of government. Their only route into power is to marry into poor but well-titled families, or to pry open positions in government circles by demanding greater privileges from the Sultan. Urban development grants. Oh, yeah. Look at that. I don't mind that. The burghers will go up 10. The Umara will go down 10. What's their satisfaction? They're at 48. They're at 48. So, alright. Everybody's gone down, but I wonder if... Yeah, let's get people's base satisfaction at least up to 50. Yeah, we might as well put that up, because they're not paying any tax anyway. And neither are they. Now the commoners, we kind of need to tax you guys. Sorry, guys. We can bring it up a little bit. Actually, we can bring it up quite a bit. So everybody will be generally happier. Now let's... There we go. Plus 369, that's not bad. Don't have any inflation. Transit really gets me. Even if you don't use it, less cars on the roads is a benefit for car-centric folks too. Yeah, I don't get it. Like, here in New York and New Jersey, like New Jersey Transit, the trains are just, like, they have to run so slow because of local city speed limits. So, like, when you have to leave New York and go to New Jersey, like, it's just an awful experience that takes forever, and there's no reason for it. I don't know how accurate elections are in the US anymore, both sides. Yeah, I don't know. I think the elections are accurate. Because there hasn't been any, like, actual evidence presented. There's been a lot of questions about it. I still haven't seen good evidence that the elections themselves, the actual results of the elections, have been tampered with. Now, people are trying to do a lot of election interference in terms of the ease of people voting, and trying to get rid of certain election laws that protect people's rights to vote. So that stuff is a little alarming. Ham to his peasant conscript. Some of you will die, but it's a price I'm willing to take. Insert Lord Farquaad meme. Yes, that's right. You may call me Lord Hamquad. Don't though. Don't though. Alright. Yeah, in CK3 you also have Aladdin events. That's true, I forgot about those sometimes. I haven't done a good Algeria run in CK3 in a while. And these same people never seem to complain that highways don't make a lot of money. Like, they constantly complain about public transit. Yeah, that's so true. That's a good point. I've never thought about that. Yeah, they're accurate so far, I believe, yeah. But the trust in them has been deteriorated. This is on Trump. Yep. Amen to that, my friend. The trust seems to be dwindling. Let's give this person, we'll give her admin. I don't really want to set any other rivals, to be honest. Yeah, we have truces that are expiring. Paper makers. Yeah, because lumber is expensive. Fiber crops. Fiber crops are a little expensive too. I'd say the... Oh wait, I'd take Lord Farquaad, actually a good king or leader. He's a little bit racist to fairy tale folk. Well, considering we don't really know anything else about the goings of whatever the land was. The only issue we do know he failed on. Yeah, the dumbest thing about the US is how we've gone from amazing infrastructure to becoming allergic to prioritizing it. Yeah, I don't get why we literally have bridges and roads collapsing, and people are like, we don't need infrastructure. I don't get it. I'd say the donors and Citizens United permanently distorted our elections. Yeah, when Citizens United passed, that was like the mark right there. And that passed, I was like, this is not good. And we're really starting to see the effects of it. Just unlimited campaign donations from anybody. Greece has more high-speed rail than the US. But that's not a flex because even Uzbekistan has more. Yeah. I mean, I've always wondered if it's because of the airline industry. Like, we don't want high-speed rail because the airline industry wants people flying. Oh, look at our money. Okay. So now we're going to get sergeantry. And then, what do some of our people need? Do we have sturdy grains? We should. Yeah, here we go. $52 because of the lumber. Well, can we expand the lumber mill? It'll cost us 47. We need to get off of, or move further away from traditional economy. No, not this one. Yeah, this one. Yeah, look at this. We're 64.99. We need to start moving more towards capital economy. I think the wealth inequality in this country is getting close to a breaking point. I agree. I think we're starting to see people realize there's one saying I've heard which I thought is great, that people's political divides aren't no longer left and right but up and down. I think people are starting to get on. A lot of people are starting to realize that. My bad. One edge of province to another edge for cost only less than $1. Okay. Knowing the Shrek fandom, Sunday probably did a complete in-depth analysis of Farquaad's kingdom rulership, and economy. So that's true. There probably is something like that out there. I don't understand why bother with paying tickets for public transport. It's inefficient. Just deduct it from tax. Well, I would agree with you. I hope so. That would be great. I tried the Congo playthrough on this game, but couldn't figure out how to make a pirate nation. Yeah. Well, hello there, Jason. Hello. Yeah, Congo Run I've done a couple test runs on it. It's slow moving to start with. Because you can't trade with anybody. You're too far away, so you need to wait until you can get your trade range up. So it's a tough start. It's a very tough start. I feel like this game lacks replayability. I've played Castile, France, and England. Now I feel like I've done it all. Here, yeah. I mean, well, there's so many nations to play though, but I would say try doing a smaller one. Try doing a smaller nation. They're tough. They're very tough. Oh, gotta get back to work, Jabba. All right. Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow. Good to see you, my friend. Some more Anno tomorrow. I know you love some Anno series, so I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. Yeah, not having inspiration is difficult. Yeah. And you can... Oh, we have some sort of card where you can use for a week and pay less than $1 to enter the train station, but not the train, and you can use it for 1 week. If you don't want to use it, you can refund it. Well, that's like what we have in New York here. When you use like a tap and pay or an Omni card, once you pay, I think it's like $35, which is the cost of a weekly card, your card just automatically becomes an unlimited weekly card. Many among the Ulama would question the great influence that storytellers have over the life of common men. The traditional hero stories of our people are centuries old, but they risk making a cult out of seriously distorted fates of historical figures. Prominent clerics in Tlemcen have taken a strong stand against the storytellers of the Sultanate and caution that religious scholars of the past have warned that obsessive listening to stories could lead to false worship. Yeah, +2 towards jurisprudence. I don't mind. We must ban offensive stories from the Sultanate. Ban it away. To be fair, tap to pay here in Philly is easy. It's $2.90, and you get 2 free transfers within the next 2 hours. That's interesting. That's exactly what it is in New York here, too, for price and transfers. You can use your credit card or even your phone. Yeah. Yeah, tap to pay here is really easy. In fact, I can use my watch. When I get on the train or the bus, I just tap my watch on the reader and go. But it is $2.90, which is expensive. All right. So let's take a look at our population numbers here, because yeah, we lost some people to the measles. It looks like we're bouncing back quite a bit. Let's take a look at our society tab here. Yeah, we'll add Algerian as an accepted culture. So these guys are kindred. You make them accepted as well. There won't be as much of a penalty for that. So we'll do that. Oh, nice. Okay, we got the advanced research, so our construction speed will go down a little bit here. We moved here 2.5 years ago, and it was $2. Man, yeah. Senior citizens 65 plus are free. But the Republicans in the state have tried to kill the SEPTA, so it went to $2.50 and then $2.90 in the last few years. Oh, God. I feel for you, my friend. Same thing. I forget exactly what the cost of the subway was when I first moved into New York City. But it was somewhere around 2. It was like $1.90 or $2, and now we're up to $2.90 as well. It's ridiculous. Oh, hey, Reverse Hamcuts, hello! How are you, my friend? In this gameplay, Ham is seeking his rights as the legitimate king of Algeria. You know that. You know it. We are trying to become the king of Algeria and eventually create Algerian America. That is our goal. All right. So where are we at with... See, I feel like one of the very first things you really need to do is stabilize the cost of lumber, because it'll make building your RGOs cheaper. Although I guess there comes a point where you just gotta bite the cost and build the RGOs. We could use some sturdy grains. So we're just gonna do that. Oh, we could do some fiber crops, though. Where was it? Unprofitable buildings. Okay, so we'll do some sturdy grains. Make some people happier. They were against legalizing weed, too. Every state around PA, it's legal. I get drug tested for work, so I don't smoke, but legalize and tax it. Yeah, New York City finally did. Legalize it and tax it, exactly. Oh, hey, Joe, how are you? How are you? You just wrecked your culture. Oh, you're wait. Yeah, God, you know you're right. What was I thinking? I wasn't actually paying attention. I am way over. And honestly, it was probably the Algerian culture. How much is it costing me? I wasn't actually paying attention. I didn't look here. Okay, let me fix the mistake I made here. Go down for a second. Yeah, it's the Algerian culture. Oh, man. Yeah, I really put myself in a hole here, didn't I? Alright, let's try to gain back some stability here. We can get this up to like 0.5. There we go. We can afford it. So we'll do that. the time being until we can get down to 60, where we get up to 60 stability. It'll be some time. Let's take a look, though, at what... So we're losing cultural tradition, cultural influence, and minus 10% efficiency in our cabinet. I forget though how much, how you increase the capacity. Cost of a country to have culture as an accepted culture depends on their cultural opinion of the primary culture and the size of that culture. Yeah, but I forget what's giving us our... Here we go. So our kingdom rate, our tech. Yeah, what can we do? Imagine Lion King, but it's set in Algeria, and Ham's the protagonist. This is basically the run. That's what we're going for. That's why I named one of my kids Ham Cuts. What's the Republican against the benefit of the masses? Like, everything that benefits the masses and themselves is like something they've created. Yeah. You tell me, my friend. We're still trying to figure that one out. Algeria was controlled by the Roman Empire, which makes Ham a potential Caesar candidate as well. Hail Caesar. Hail Caesar, indeed. Let's see. Yeah, do we have anything here that'll give us any type of cultural capacity? Probably not with these guys, but... How much of the population were they? Yeah, about 30%. So it actually would be beneficial to get something. Cultural capacity. Do we have anything? After this, we'll look at tech. I imagine we wouldn't get anything with the Dhimmi, because they're about religion. Let's see. No. Take a look at the Dhimmi. Nope, nope. And then let's look at the tribes. Nope. Let's take a look at tech. Is there anything we have for cultural capacity? Yeah, cultural influence. No. Interesting. So... Interesting, though, why doesn't that pop up on the search? Even though we researched it already. It should be... Well, okay, I shouldn't look at Age of Traditions this way, because we only have so much left here. So let's just take a look at diplomatic capacity, tolerance of the true faith, cultural tradition. Alright, so let's take a look at Age of Renaissance. Alright, so we have a bunch of stuff on this side here. Cultural influence. Cultural influence. Ooh, we should get to that. Here we go. So a vibrant court, but yeah. All right, but it's going to be some time before we get to that. My family is conservative, and I have now often just switched to what have Republicans done recently to make your life better. Yeah, yeah. My immediate family isn't conservative, but a lot of my extended family here in the U.S. is. It's the same question I asked them: what have they actually done for you? When you try to be more accepting of other cultures and you break your economy in the process. Seriously, I was so stupid. Why was I just clicking around, not looking at costs? It was a very stupid move on my part. Here in Stockholm, a ticket for public transit is $4 with free transits for 75 minutes. I got rid of my car 8 years ago. Now I have walking distance to work. Yeah, and have the bus to the grocery store and the mall once or twice a week. Yeah, that's what I love about living in New York. You don't need a car. As much as, you know, the public transit in the city of New York is actually very good. It just, when it doesn't work, it's annoying. But it's annoying when it doesn't work because it's so good that everybody relies on it. As opposed to like a place like New Jersey where there's public transit and it's fine, but the vast majority of people aren't using it. I got a fully remote job and moved to Philly 2.5 years ago. Oh, nice. Fully remote job. Very nice. But we kept my parents' car, and Trump said everyone needs to be in an office. Oh, so I'm in every day now. Oh, what a roller coaster of a comment there. I'm sorry, my friend. That sucks. Except today, home and sick, getting to actually catch a Hamcut stream live. Oh, nice. Not nice that you're sick. Whoops. I mean, get better soon. Did a life changer, move closer to work just to avoid commuting again. Best thing I've done. Yeah, that is very nice. My job, I take a bus to it. The bus ride is like maybe like 5-6 minutes, but if need be, I could walk to my job. Crown Prince Crown Prince Hamcuts, that's right. He got gallant. Aw, Hamcuts is gallant. Alright. So we got our sturdy grains. So we're getting manpower. So I know we can't afford it yet, but I just kind of wonder how much are these guys going to cost? We wanted footmen. Yeah, we need to get weaponry down. So a weaponsmith. Hold on, I want to look at... coal and tools. Do we have coal? We do not, unfortunately. So, because that would give us a whole one. So we would need stone, but what is stone in our market? Oh, it's actually a good price. I still don't understand the economics of this thing. If I'm not mistaken, it can be automated, right? Yeah, pretty much everything can be automated. But how does it work? Is it supply and demand like in Wiki 3? So it's supply and demand when you're looking at availability of a good. So so stone here, we have an even amount of stone. We have 2.81 demand, and we have 2.81 supply. But almost half of the supply are coming from imports. So we have the stone that we need. When it comes to the price, you only get, for the burger imports, you only get 75% of the amount of the good calculated in to the supply when calculating price. And if it were government trades, you only get 50%. So even though we have an even supply here, in the calculation of the price, we only have 2.52 supply to a 2.81 demand. So we have an increase in the price. So that's why it's much better to actually be producing things as opposed to importing them. So it would be nice if we could make some stone for ourselves here, so that we can make a decent weaponry. Political crises occur from time to time in our Sultanate. They often involve a conflict between the Sultan, Abu Tashfuin Zainid, and the Majli, unrest among the Umara, or conflicts of interest between the Umara burghers and the Ulama. One such crisis has recently cast public doubt on our governing institutions. Oh man, I don't want to take that. Oh, we have no more prestige. We really can't take that. I need to fix that in the budget. Damn. We will take it. And then we're gonna... Oh, you know, I always get confused. Yeah, we can't fix prestige in the budget. Oh, lack of rivals. I always forget about that. Okay, fort maintenance, but that's not that much. And the noble estate satisfaction. So, all right, fine. We'll set some rivals. Sheesh. So in this game, producing is better than importing. Yeah, like in Wiki 3, pre-charters of commerce. We're back to autarky. Yeah, exactly. That's basically what it is. Producing is much, much better. But that being said, there's just going to be some things you can't produce. So there's always going to be that problem. Let's make Aragon a rival. Why not? So we could fix a little bit with fort maintenance. Alright, so we'll lower this down to its 0.1. I'd like to get these guys happier. We could add a... stability decay. We might do Elite Council. We might do that or manorial courts. We'll do elite council. Alright. So we're not losing prestige anymore. We're not really gaining. Paying for prestige is a later thing you research. Ah, gotcha. Okay. Sweet autarky. The good old days of conquering as much as you could, then become isolationist to starve the world of resources. Isolationists rejoice. Adam Smith in shambles. Wealth of nations no more. Yep. So is colonization kind of a requirement to become a superpower in this game? If you have a country with few resources, absolutely, I would say so. If you want to be a superpower, yeah. Because, actually, no. Hold on. Let me backtrack on that. We're still pretty early. There are techs that will improve a lot of, like, trade stuff, but I kind of feel like colonization is just, if you're a superpower in this game, you got to participate in it, I would say. Is it a requirement? I don't know. I wouldn't say, I guess it's a requirement, though. It's still early days in the game. I don't know if you could reach real superpower status without colonizing once the big push for colonization goes out there. I wouldn't say so, yeah. I have to guess if you conquer or vassalize enough of your neighbors, you don't need to overseas colonize. Yeah, Germany and Russia don't need it. Yeah, that's true. You have so much land, so many resources, you probably don't need to, yeah. Whereas, yeah, I guess you can see, like, England here. There's only so many resources on this island. Alright, well, we're at our stopping point for the day. We did a pretty good start here. We got, we're off to a good start. We won against Morocco and Tunis. We got some land. We got an ally. So now we're really starting to focus on the economy more, starting to build some things up. So we're going to continue this run tonight. So I'll be back on at 8:30 tonight, so that's in about 7 hours from now. So yeah, hopefully I'll see everybody then. Yeah, thank you, Mauricio. Great first episode. Yeah, off to a good start for Algeria. I mean, Tlemcen. Go Tlemcen, that's right. The mighty Tlemcen. Go Tlemcen. The fighting Tlemcen. Yeah, good night, Peter. Good night. Thanks for joining in, my friend. Yep. So, yeah, so we're gonna finish up here. Let me see, yeah. I don't really know anybody who's on right now. Let's see. Yeah, so I think that's gonna be a goodbye, and hopefully see everybody later. Yeah, Mauricio, see you next time. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. Hopefully I'll see everybody tonight for a continuation of the Tlemcen run here. Otherwise, have a good rest of your day. And as always, be awesome. I'll see you next time.